Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Synthwave Hangout, episode number 52. For the last 52 episodes, I have been Dave, aka Memory Design.
And I am Woren, aka Windows, aka Dominic, aka the dude who ruins the show.
aka a fantastic person, a great co-host, and I am thrilled to have done this so long with you. And I checked
52 episodes.
I checked back. The very first episode was on November 22nd. And we are approaching that. I mean, that week coming up. I can't believe it. This is the last episode of the year, but we are calling this a 1-year anniversary episode. I almost titled this as episode 53 to see if you would notice. And 50,
I would. I'd be
52
offended. I'd be like, what is this? What is this trickery?
And 52 is just never mentioned ever again. And whenever anybody brings it up, it's like, what are you talking about? Episode 52 is the best. Oh, we did this joke already last time.
Yes, we did.
Episode 52 was our gunship episode, remember?
Yeah. So just remember that we're old, okay? So we don't remember things as well as everybody else would.
Yeah,
so
it is. It is becoming more and more painfully obvious every time we get on here. That,
painful is the word for it. I remember I woke up with back pain for no reason. Yeah. So that's great.
Well, you probably sat in a chair for a minute, so it's over.
Right. I may have sneezed. Who knows?
Right. I turned and looked over my shoulder, and then you're in bed for 2 weeks. So that's the way it works.
Doing the show from my bed.
Right. Doing the show. Right. Which is much different than how you're doing it now, right? Just
yeah. I mean, well, I'm doing it standing now.
Oh, you are. Yeah. You got to get that health going. You got that standing desk.
I pace back and forth with a microphone in my hand.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. You pace back and forth, just pinching your fist into your open palm. Well, yeah.
I mean, I punch dance to every song.
Right.
So
you're punch dancing to like that Sleepless Night song really slowly.
Right, really slow. Well, I mean, a lot of the inanimate objects around me get a punishment, during these tracks. So.
Kids watching from the top of the stairs, comforting each other as you're in the basement.
He'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Worry. You'll be fine. And they're all like writing in their right. That's okay. That's okay. Everyone's dad does this, I'm sure.
Right. It's normal. I've talked to other kids.
Right. Anyways, yes. Today we have a very special guest that I'm very, very happy to have on the show. And I'm a big fan of his, and I'm really glad that he was willing to come on and hang out with us for these next 2 hours. And I would like to introduce Phaserland. Are you there?
Well, hello.
There he is.
I am here.
See, we warned you that the intro was going to be a little long, right? Of us just going on about random garbage. Is that what always works?
Yeah. Funny. I was my microphone was muted, but I was laughing.
Oh, that's good.
And this show just started, so we're in for a real treat.
Right, but
Dave said it's like akin to us falling down the stairs every time we open up the show, and I think that's really accurate.
Every time I get on, it's like I've never done this in my life. And I'm like, oh God, what do I do?
We got words coming out of our mouths.
So I'll ask. Oh God, sorry.
Great to be here. No, it's right. It's fantastic. Thanks for the invite. This is fun.
So I'll ask this. I ask every guest this. For anybody who's unfamiliar with Phaserland or your sound or the music you make, what can you say about it? How can you explain it to them?
I'm gonna say real quick. If you're unfamiliar, then get familiar.
Yeah,
okay?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, thank you very much. It's a Synthwave project I started a wee bit ago. I think I picked out the name ready to go in September 2013, so I've been doing it for a while. I got into it from bands like Mitch Murder early on. I won't get into the gory details unless you want me to, but it's a mix of different things. I'm from more guitar band background, so I've always been the guitar player in bands. So I was in a band, and like the drummer is a good friend of mine, but he like left to go play for Uncle Cracker, so we kind of broke up. And I was like, well, what do I do now? So I just kind of learned to program drums. I've always loved the '80s. It just the wave started to just start at that time, so I just wrote it out and did my thing. But I know I have influences from video games, and I do love jazz too. I won't Deny That and funky stuff, and you put it all together, and it's kind of my own little monster that I create.
That is a great way of describing your sound. That is very true. Like there's some stuff on Lens of a Dream that almost feels like it could be in like an early Monkey Ball game to me, and I mean that as a compliment, with just that like jazzy tone and the upbeat and all that kind of stuff.
Hell yeah,
that's a nice that's one of my favorite soundtracks of all time is the Monkey Ball Deluxe on the original Xbox. So maybe that's part of the reason I like that new album so much. It definitely has that vibe to me.
Lens to me was like it was like almost borderline vaporwave in a way. It was just like this very like that, just to me, that's how I felt, you know what I mean? But it had a very, I can't even quite describe, like everything felt like it was in the right place at the right time, and it was almost infuriating to listen to the whole album because it's so good.
Right. Yeah, you listen to it and you're like, yeah, okay.
I'm like, should I throw? I'm gonna throw away my keyboard. Right, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, I can't top this. I can't ever be.
Right, you're listening to it, and your keyboard's in the garbage next to you. Right, you're just like, all right.
I think I hit you, Ross. I think I hit you up on Instagram, and I was like, you got to teach me how you're mixing and mastering this stuff. Like, it sounds.
Yeah, is that how we started chatting a bit about that? And I was like,
I think so. Yeah, because like I was literally like, this is insane.
Well, I'm like, come on over. Like, I think I threw the invite because spoiler alert, we're actually living in the same area.
Right.
Yeah, we live like 20 minutes away from each other, but we're both parents. So every time we're like, hey, let's get together, it's like, okay.
And
yeah, I appreciate it. And I'm like, so yeah, not to go back, but I really appreciate that. It's really awesome. And it's kind of, because I do love vaporwave and I like synthwave and jazz stuff. But when it comes together, it's this thing. And I lean into it. And I'm also kind of a musical. See, I don't know. I mean, I know some theory, but not a ton. It's all I try to keep it magical in that sense, or I don't overstudy.
Mm-hmm.
But I should study more about modes and stuff. But that's why I always love the jazz stuff, because you can throw it in from time to time. It's obviously it's not like a jazz standard, but when you throw in some minor sevenths in there and some chord changes and tweak some things, you add a little bit of color and excitement and a little bit of feeling with everything else. But
it works.
I'm in the same boat as you. I know absolutely not. You can. I'm terrified of people being like, so what's your process? I'll be like, I just make noise.
Right.
I don't really know.
It's like, what's your favorite key? And you're like, okay, what is a key? Let's
like which one is the one key where it's like between the three here?
Right. Are you write everything in B sharp?
It's the one to my heart. Is the favorite key.
Right, the key. Oh man, I was not expecting
I appreciate that.
No, one thing I love about like on I don't want to like gush too much about Lens, and right, you're back there being like, okay, keep going, right, keep going. But
like I have other albums, but it's fine.
I do love how like when I remember first hearing this, and it was one of those albums where like the song is really good and you're really enjoying it, and then it just switches up and there's like a jazz guitar sounding solo or a key change or something like that, and you're like, okay, and it just keeps going and going with like layering on better and better stuff. And so I guess my point is, if anybody has not heard this album, definitely check it out because you will not be disappointed.
Yeah, it's a very impressive album. Like I said, it's like every part of it just feels like it is like, it's very complimentary of itself.
Sure.
And it's like every note, every piece of that album, in my opinion, is just so well crafted. And like, once again, I'm not trying to kiss your butt here. I'm being 100% honest. Like I rarely am I that impressed about something. So it's like, it's I don't know.
Dom hates everything. So this is
I pretty much that's not even I pretty much hate everything. So
this is the biggest compliment you'll ever receive in your life.
I don't know. It warms my heart. I really appreciate that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I including my own things, by the way. So
right.
No, I know. I mean, I'm a fan of your work too, in both of you guys. So
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where this is where you come in and you're like, I have a new album out, by the way. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, I do. Well, it's an EP. I've actually started working on another one too, but I just can't stop. But it's all right.
I can't either, man. It's a compulsion. It actually like hurts me to not write music.
Oh yeah. Well, this is my problem, and Russ, I don't know if you are like me, but like I write a lot of music in my head before I sit down and put it down onto something, and I'm just stuck like walking around or doing stuff during the day, just like building and humming this kind of track in my head. And then I come home and have this desperate experience of trying to like place that into the actual DAW, and it never sounds the same and everything. Do you write stuff like that, or do you just sit down and see what flows?
Usually I'll kind of just sit down and see how it flows, and I'll kind of have a general theme that I want to make, or if I hear something that inspires me, be like, oh, shit, that's actually really cool. Let's see if I can kind of recreate that feeling in a sense, but not necessarily like tonality wise. Now, although there was a few occasions where I had an idea and I was like in the shower. This was like years ago, and like I was writing Hot Stunner. This was like early stuff, and I literally heard the song in my head in the shower, like the lyrics and like everything. I'm like, randomly that'll happen, but usually it's the case is it kind of just unfolds in front of me, and
then I'll slips.
Right,
he's like, oh, trying to get out, like, grabs the shower curtain,
the rest of your life
on the way down. Like, I gotta get to the dog.
Then you're trying to remember
what that idea was. My head really hard, and all of a sudden I can just play really well.
Right. You could just play jazz guitar perfectly.
Next thing you know, Phaserland.
Right. Okay. We've decided that is the new origin story going forward.
Yeah, your new origin story is you were taking a shower. A burst of gamma rays came in.
Right.
Knocked you on your ass, and then you pulled down all the shower curtains with you. And next thing you know, amazing guitar playing.
Right. Well, you were just finishing, writing your gangster rap album, and you decided that this was what it was going to be, and then you fell and hit your head. Okay, we'll build this narrative throughout the show.
We're working on it.
Yeah. All right.
Right, you can change. You can change your bio during the show. We don't mind. It's okay. Shower wave, or what was that Craig Packman was talking about before? Tom, you remember? What was that? Something about the bathtub or the shower, writing music in the.
Oh,
what was that?
I don't remember, dude. What? Yeah, what? Craig,
I'm sure Craig remembers.
Yeah, Craig, you hit us up in the chat and remind us of the all the bathtub stuff jokes that we used to rock out there for a minute.
Speaking of Craig, Craig hit me up yesterday and was being. He asked me to say hello to you, and he was saying that you're really amazing. So I told him I would tell you today on the show.
Craig's the best.
Let's see here. So we're coming up to half past the hour. Is there anything else you guys want to get in before we move on to the next block?
Oh boy, what else I want to get in? No, yeah, I'll let you guys handle it.
Okay, yeah, we do it every 3-song block. So we'll do 3 songs, and then we'll come back and we'll talk, and then we're gonna get into Phaserland stuff after this next. So we'll do like a block, and then we'll come back, and then we'll get into Phaserland stuff after that. So we can talk about some of these tracks and how you made them, and anything else you want to say about them. So, all right, so let's we're gonna move on to this block real quick, and then we will see you guys in a little bit. All right. And Dom, we're gonna move on to the block. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just laughing at you.
I got distracted.
We do the same thing all the time. It cracks me up. Dave will get into this thing where he starts to repeat himself by accident, and he's like,
No, I got distracted, and you'll see this on the screen because the dancing drunk Santa visualizer came on, and for some reason, it stole my attention. And then I was like, wait, what are we talking about? Did Ross just say something? Where am I?
Yeah.
What day is this?
It's such a great visualizer. I love that thing.
I don't know why that's part of the visualizers, but it is, and I love it, and we're never changing it. So, all right, we're really moving on this time. All right, I will talk to you guys in a little bit.
All right.
And we are back. And I have to say, I know Jesse's in the chat here, Jesse Mock's in the chat, but that is an excellent track. And when I saw you were teaming up with List to do that, that made my day. My birthday isn't until April, so I appreciate the early gift. Thank you guys very much for that. I know they did it just for me, you know. So,
just for you.
You know, they're like, Dave's such a cool guy. What could we do for him? Hey, let's do a track with two artists he really likes. Oh my God! Is everyone back here? I forgot to give it.
I mean, I'm back.
Yeah, I don't know if Ross is back. Oh, he's back.
Oh, Ross.
I'm back.
I never left. Right? Yeah.
I wonder if I've done the thing where I'm speaking and the mic is muted before. I've done that so many times.
Right. And then I'm over here freaking out because I think you've like fallen asleep or something or fallen off. It's always weird coming back in because it feels like it feels like it's all fresh and new again. I really need to get over this. I wonder how many years it's going to take for me to just
probably never, and that's
probably
fine.
Never, you know.
Yeah, probably never. It's okay.
I'll play it up as my charm
me,
on
it's
there.
like I get lost listening to the music sometimes, so I'm not even like. I don't know. Like we've talked about this 100,000 times, but like I get spaced out like when I'm listening to music sometimes, so I lose track.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a very normal reaction. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing though, right? I mean, if you are listening to music and you're like looking at your watch and thinking about what you're going to make for lunch, you know, that's probably not a great song.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So speaking of great songs, you see that transition there?
Yes, very good segue.
So Dom, have you heard of Phaserland's album Lens of a Dream? If not, I'm just wondering what you think of it. I'm just kidding. Hey, we don't have to keep talking about that album over and over and over again. So Ross, you have a huge body of work that I've seen. Do you have a favorite thing you've ever done? This is not a canned question. I just thought about this, although it does sound like something somebody would ask everybody. I'm just curious, if you, out of all of your work since you've been around so long, do you have a favorite one?
My gosh, a favorite. It's hard to say.
Yeah, which child is your favorite is what I'm like.
Right, that's what it feels like.
You know what's funny is like I really want to mess with Dave on this one and just be like, because he's like, "What's your favorite one?"
No, I'm
and then just be like, no pressure. No,
I'm curious because we don't often have people on that have been around as long, you know, as Phaserland. So
I just start picking on. I'm like, you're just really old,
right?
And
I've seen so many things,
right?
You wouldn't believe.
I'll tell you now. When I made this one track,
right. When you did your first track after your 50th birthday, what did you think of that? But so is there no answer to that? Is it kind of like they all have different things?
I think there's sections of the albums that I enjoy, like a few songs out of the albums that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
So collectively, it's hard to say, hey, this one is... But I think it's... You go back to listenability. All right, which one do I want to put on? Like, go back to if I had to pick out which one... And then ultimately, it's kind of like subconsciously, which one's your favorite? Like, what do you want to listen to more? So, like, as far as full albums go... I do want to say the latest Lens of a Dream is probably one of my favorite, personally, vibe style like albums to put on all the way through than some of the other ones. I mean, I like them all, but
right, all
it's
the
hard for me.
It's really hard to say. There's a few songs like on like Heart Plaza that
it's a good one.
Love, yeah.
All the other albums are listening to the show, by the way. So,
gosh, I'm sorry.
They're all like listening in, like I knew it.
I knew Lens was the best. I knew it.
So no, I was gonna say that's a tough question in general, specifically for me as well, because like I don't know about you, but when I put something out, when I'm finally done with something, I pretty much hate all of it. At that point, because I've listened to it too many times. So it's like, and then like a year later, I listen to it and I'm like, okay, I can appreciate this now.
And
that happens quite often.
I'm the total opposite. I really like when I release something, I never have that experience. Isn't that weird? I'm not saying that's good or bad.
That's okay. I wish I would felt the other way, honestly.
I think it's because, whether you like something or dislike something like I've released, I always really like it, right? For me personally. So it's kind of one of those things.
I like everything you've ever released, buddy.
Oh,
I gotta be honest.
Thank you.
I'm not even lying about that. Dave, if you haven't listened to Memory Design's music, I will fight you because it is so good.
Yes, and your review of the mix and master on all this stuff, Dom. Go ahead.
You know,
You have some
use
learning to do. Right. No, that is a
I mean,
very
it could use some
accurate-
work, but so could mine, though. Mine is not excellent
and honestly,
either.
sometimes the mix isn't a good bellwether of how good a song is.
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
Exactly. Musically, Dave is amazing.
Oh, my God.
I'm not even joking. I'm not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating.
Dominic, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
No,
You're making
I
me
can't.
you're making me have private feelings for you. I
Yeah, he's
appreciate
blushing
that.
over there.
Chemistry is palpable.
Right. Ross is like, I'm also here, by the way, on the show.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh no. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I know how you feel about that. It's because I think I listen to so much of it as I'm writing and building the EP or album. It's always in my car, just like, all right, what order is it going in? Do I like this? So like, I think when it's done, for me, it's a natural response to kind of like breathe a little bit.
Right, and then the
something
wife's
else
staring
on.
at you like again. And you're like, I
Let's
have
put
to.
something else on, and then
Yeah,
I go back and listen to it. And the weird thing is listening to something that like a full album that I have like 8 years ago or something, and being like,
Right.
whoa, this is actually not like that's not bad. It's like,
Yeah, you know what's wild about that is when you go back to listen to something that you made a long time ago, and then you're just thinking, I felt so much more free because you knew less.
Right.
So it's like you had less things that you were actually conscious of,
Yeah.
and you were more like free in what you were doing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And
yeah,
now
absolutely.
you're more like, it's weird to think about it that way, but it is true. So it's like I'm like when my process, like when I go to write something, I don't ever think about what I'm gonna make. I just find a sound and then just roll with it from there. And then like that's my only way I can like keep things
And
somewhat fresh.
You build
know,
upon
for me.
it. I get that. Yeah, that was kind of where I was going before when I was talking about like how we make music, because I know that's how you do it. And for somebody, I'm always curious, like if I'm a fan of somebody who, like, for a while, like an artist that I got into before I was part of the scene myself in any way, like Ross. That's why I was asking, like, what's your starting process on this? Are you thinking about it or just sitting down and writing and everything like that? And I was wondering how similar it was to you, because I found a lot of artists do that. They just kind of sit down and see what happens.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
It's weird. I mean, I find that there's a lot of people like you though at the same time, like it's or somewhere in the middle. I mean, I'm very jealous of somebody that can just sit down and be like, well, I want to write this style of thing, and then they just do it. Like that
Right.
to me makes me very jealous because I cannot just do that.
Yeah, I hear you.
but you make but you ultimately, in a sense, do that because you're making that wonderful vapor stuff, and it's really good too. Like
Yeah.
It's more happenstance than anything. If you really want me to be honest, like I have like a flow as far as like I know like what sound I'm going for in a way, but like I don't know what I'm gonna put down is what I'm saying. Like I don't know how it's gonna be structured. I don't know how fast or slow I'm gonna make it. And
Right,
like,
you sit down and you're like, okay, good. Make something good,
Yeah.
right? And that's how you do it.
like come on, drugs work. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And like,
right. Right. It's like, what's your process? Many drugs. And
Right.
what do you do?
Well,
I'm just there for the experience. It's a very disembodied thing for me.
Right,
You know?
right.
I mean, sometimes the journey unfolds itself in front of you, man. You just got to go with it.
Yeah.
And other times,
That's right.
some people write sheet music all in their head, and before they even play a key that's like written down, which is crazy.
Yeah, I can't
That's
imagine
crazy.
that. Once again, I think that's just also coming with knowledge of how to play an instrument. Maybe that
Yeah.
might be just it. Like, because I have,
Yeah.
like, if you were like, "Hey, play these notes," I'd be like, "Okay, just shoot me now." You know what I mean? Because like I can't. Like,
The whole show, all you've been talking about, like if you were just clip this show, Dom, it's like, I don't know how to play music. I'm awful. And I just sit down. I have no planning and listen to my music.
I've never
That's the
been
whole
formally
thing.
trained. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm never.
I'm just messing
even
with
with
you.
guitar, piano. No, I know you are, but like piano, everything like that, like bass, everything I play, I cannot. I just do it, and I just make. I try to find the sound that matches the other sound.
You're almost matching Ross's bathtub origin story here, right? I just grabbed the guitar and I just knew how to play immediately. I was just like a legend.
Right.
Something happened. But, it was, I think, shower. No, what sounds better? The shower.
The shower sounds better.
Yeah, the shower's
the
better.
The gamma rays knocking you down.
Right,
in,
right.
Thing way better.
Right.
Oh my
There you go. There you go. I'm glad we still kept this going.
Wakes up out of a coma and he's a savant.
Right, a savant. Right, but he can only write synthwave. Right, and so,
That's it.
Right.
Synthwave adjacent tracks, and
Right,
that's it.
synthwave adjacent. Right, so you're like, oh, couldn't it have been, like something else, like classical music or something? You're like, no, just synthwave.
It's got to be like an internet subgenre style
Right.
of music.
Right.
Pick or choose. Like,
Right, exactly.
Witch House.
Brendan wrote, "Shut up, Dom. You're awesome." And I'm going to say, it is literally impossible for me to shut up. But thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Right. So let's shift gears for a minute and talk about the new EP that you released. I didn't see, or I missed, I guess, maybe some promo for this. And so for me, anyways, this kind of just dropped out of nowhere, and it was kind of like I was very happy that it just came about. What's the story behind this one, and what's the what can you say about it?
Okay, absolutely. So, like every album I put out, usually there's like a chapter in my life that's going through. This one is I just moved to a new place last year, and I guess I started writing it in the spring of this year. I had a little baby in last November. She just turned 1, but so it's like I was writing this album upstairs in a weird little makeshift area, no speakers. This album was completely mixed on headphones, which I've never fully done before.
Huh.
And I started writing some tracks in the spring and summer, and I got inspired by it. There's a band called, it's a musician, artist guy. He's really good. He's like, my sister's a werewolf. I don't know if you heard of him.
No.
It's really good, and it's kind of sounds like made for 90s TV movie soundtrack stuff.
Oh, I love that.
Really, really musical, really great. And it came on randomly on my Spotify. I'm like, this is actually really great. This kind of was free thing going on. And I'm like, I'm just going to try to, not like emulate that, but like that type of vibe of the more piano type stuff involved.
Yeah.
So I just sat down, I wrote it in about 4 months, and I wanted to I was shooting for that fall vibe type deal. I'm like, I gotta get this done. So I kind of like went through it, but I'm really quite kind of happy with the process. I wanted to make something that that I personally would love to listen to and enjoy. And and I wanted to kind of just drop it. It wasn't like I'm putting this out in 3 months. Like it was just like, hey, I just wanted to just drop it for everybody.
So I'm not nuts, right? I didn't miss this huge promo cycle for it.
No.
Okay.
It was probably one of the quicker things that I put out there. I'm like, I'm just gonna have really some fun with this. Like it's a headphone mix album. It's turned out pretty nice. I had those VSX headphones. I don't know if you heard of those.
Yep.
It like emulates the space. So it actually worked out pretty nice. So,
I've heard mixed reviews on that. I have a friend who does like engineering stuff, and he was using them, and a lot of his mixes were coming out kind of strange. And then I don't know if you had them calibrated wrong or whatnot, but and then I've also heard other people who use that and said they're amazing. Like it's legitimately like you're in these different environments.
Yeah, I mean, it is like a tool like anything else, so as long as you kind of know how to use it. And I think you do have to kind of make sure it's calibrated and take it for face value. It's like, all right, I'm going to mix how I normally do, but use it as like, how's the bass cutting through? Are my high ends too like harsh?
I've never been able to mix with headphones.
Well, these are special headphones that emulate like certain sound spaces, like different studios and stuff like that. So they're not just like standard headphones. I find mixing on headphones very, very difficult because I've never had a better sounding mix of my music than when I mix it on headphones until I listen to it literally anywhere else. And then it is just like a total train wreck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It always turns into like a chaos for me.
It does. So I also have a Bluetooth speaker here. So I constantly bounce back from that to just my little Bluetooth and make sure it's clear and goes through. So
that's
you can make it sound good on that.
Yeah, this person I was referring to has these. I'm going to get all this terminology wrong. These tiny little, what is it called? Like block. They look like little boxes, and it's like basically just high end, like mids and high end coming out of it to like listen to for clarity. Have you ever heard of anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I forget the cube, some kind of cube. I forget the name.
Right,
of it,
and it's interesting to see that because you'll have a mix that you think sounds really good, and then you'll hear it in this, and it's like the guitar or something is just exploding out of the mix, and you didn't hear it with the bass and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's just kind of it's a balancing act in a sense, but so. Now I'm building a studio here in my basement. It's taking some time, and eventually it's going to get back in there. But all this little temporary space. I'm temporarily down in the basement, so like my temporary number 2 spot I'm in right now. I got some speakers here. And,
Right.
yeah.
You
but
got.
I see. Brandon said he mixes on VSX headphones as well.
Yeah. I like his mixes too on stuff. So that
Personally, I will vouch for it. Yeah, I'll Stephen Slade. I'll make a commercial for you.
Right there it is.
There you go.
You heard it here.
Yeah,
You heard it here.
I got him to do its thing.
We're all gonna
That's
we're all gonna rise together. This is the start of our Stephen Slade.
Yes.
Promo
That's fine. They
cycle.
can just sponsor us. We'll put them on there. No big deal.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
So we're coming up to the hour. We have 3 Phaserland songs that we want to play. 2 of them are off the new EP. Do you? Is there anything you want to say about these? There's Sentimental Wind is the first one we're going to play.
Yeah. Well, I really hope you enjoy it, guys. Enjoy the smooth sounds of Sentimental Wind out there driving along the autumn roads and gray skies. And feel a sense of calmness.
I play it and it's just like dark. It's just like black metal, right? It's like,
Right. It's
right? It's just like it's a video of you walking in the forest, in snow, just like blasting.
No, I
red
really,
eyes appearing out of nowhere.
No, I really quite enjoy that track. It's my favorite one off the new EP. And I was trying to go for the solo at the end. I was trying to go for like a Neil Sean Journey kind of vibe type solo where it's
makes sense.
Certain quality. It's I've always enjoyed his playing, but just I always try to take the listener on a journey. Throw some unexpected things in there, some melodies. Melody's a big thing for me, and you got to keep things interesting. But
Yeah. Well,
set the mood. There you go.
We can set the mood. We got 3 songs. We can talk about the other ones after if you want to. I want to make sure we're staying on time. But I did mention this before. But the song Finally Stars from Lens of a Dream is my favorite off the album. So thank you for picking that one. And if you haven't heard this, anyone new in the chat, I am excited for you to hear it. And hopefully you like it as much as I do. So let's move on to these 3. And Dom, how many times should I say let's move on? 2 or 3 more times?
I was currently grabbing a popsicle, so everybody break out your bingo cards because the kids immediately started to talk to me. And then we're like, can I have a popsicle?
Welcome to the Synthwave Hangout, right? Every show, it's the same
right,
thing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's move on, and we'll see you after this block. And we are back. Excellent songs. I love every one of those. And I meant to mention this to you before, Ross, but the guitar tone and especially the chords in Sentimental Wind have the same feeling and vibe to me as a lot of the tonality and everything that Alex Lifeson did in the 80s Rush stuff. I don't know if you listen to that or are a fan of that at all, but like it sounds very similar to me, and I love it. I love it a lot.
Oh my God. Well, that was like my favorite guitar player. I was just chatting about Eric Johnson, but
yeah,
Alex Lifeson was a huge influence when I was in Rush. Is still one of my favorite bands. So you got it. You got me on that.
Cool.
Rush is amazing.
Yeah.
So I've had a few people do that kind of stuff too, where they'll call me out on something that it sounds something like, and I'm like,
No, I don't know if it was on purpose. I mean, Rush is my all-time favorite band, and I'm a drummer as well, so that helped a lot. So it's when I heard that first time, when I first heard this EP, I was like, oh my God, it instantly brought me back to that tone that he did through a lot of the 80s. And so I wanted to ask you about it before, but I totally forgot until I heard it.
Yeah, just that was kind of like that band really threw me over the edge of like wanting to learn music and really get into guitar, and just that passion just coming out. Sorry, I was far away from the microphone if you could hear me, but that was a big deal. So I've always loved this playing, and just all the Power Windows albums and Hold Your Fire and all that jazz, and I mean I still like sing Signals too, and but really that
the Power Windows Hold Your Fire sound, that specific time period is what I'm talking about. I mean, they all kind of have that same, like, as during the 80s, as he kind of did progressively less than the 70s, in guitar stuff, and it was a lot more keyboard stuff. He has this more, like, it's not tinny sounding, it's I don't know how you would describe it. It's a very unique sound, and anyways, my point is though that it reminded me of that. So
I do cut some low end on my guitar, because you can use it in many ways, right? I like using guitars. You can create atmospheres or landscapes, right? Not just the one I'm plugging my Marshall. I love that stuff too. You're just cranking away, but using it a little more, I don't know, not delicately, because I don't want to say it's delicate, but it's
as a tool, like almost like a utilitarian thing, I guess.
It's to add some extra stuff to it. It doesn't have to be like a full part.
Because I mean, obviously, I love synths. Try to make it sound like a guitar sounds like a synth in a way where it can like carry space and that frequency, right? And I've always loved it. I love the twinkly guitars.
Well, it also has a certain tone that a synth can't always replicate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it sounds amazing. So this whole show has just been us talking about like, hey, I think you sound really good. That's the whole show this week.
Well, I mean, it's cool though. I mean, like it's. I think I'm more of like a rhythm player myself. I'm not so much a solo kind of guy, but I'm more of like a parts person. So I like writing like rhythm parts, and when it comes to guitar. It is it's hard to decide sometimes when you're writing where to place it and how to use it properly, and I think that you've nailed that, dude.
Well, I appreciate that, because it's hard to try to, if you're recording guitars with a lot of microphones and a space, and it can get crappy sounding real quick.
Oh yeah.
So
big time.
Through the years, I've kind of
you can literally overdo it really easy.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. And so I've kind of have a little process here that I do, and few different settings. I mean, it's more basic than people would think, and a lot of they say the tone comes from the fingers, right? Too.
Right.
So there's some of that going on.
I mean, it really does. I mean, it depends on like how you play it. A lot of people put a lot of pressure on the strings, and then they don't, and they pluck too hard. Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things. I don't know if this is the case for you, but for years after I played in a band, I tried to form another band, and every time I'd meet somebody who were like, "Yeah, I play guitar," and you're like, "Oh, sweet, dude, let's get together." And either they can play really, really well, but they don't know how to write, or they play very poorly. You know what I mean? And it's just like I could never find that matching, confidence, you get between the two.
Because you hadn't met Ross yet. See, that's what it is.
We have not. Yeah, that's true. We have not
That's
sat
right.
down and wrote
True.
that.
Yeah, no, that's the thing when people have metronomes for their girlfriends and it's practice and get really good at playing fast,
Right.
or something.
Yeah.
And, it's
Metronomes for your girlfriend. That's another brilliant idea. All right, you writing these down, Tom?
I'm making the shirt.
Metronome for your girlfriend.
So
man. Well,
no, but like,
what was
I
I
feel the
was
same
gonna
way.
Oh,
No,
go ahead.
What
Sorry,
I was just going to say real quick was that I feel it's just very tough to find somebody to find that groove with, and then like get, because like I miss that like stupid feeling you get when you write something with somebody and you finally like comes together. That like dumb grin you get when you're like with somebody playing.
Great feeling when you all click. I mean, I think every musician knows that. That is when if you've ever played with a band, that click feeling where you just all connect on something. That is, I don't know if that's a dopamine hit or what, but that is amazing.
Gotta be, because like I just remember having that stupid grin on my face, like you know.
That's a wonderful feeling. Yeah, you get that less and less sometimes when time moves on. Luckily, I have a bass player. He's like pretty much my best friend. And he's an amazing bass player. When we play live, he plays with me, and he learns all my synth bass parts. But he plays on live bass. Well, it's a thing. He's incredible. So it's kind of nice when we're writing or something, and like that. Because I was in a fusion band in college. Like this was 2005,
Sweet.
and we all lived together in a house. So part of that's my other influence too, just like being in bands, and like I do love the arranging part too. Like that's part of the fun is listening to and like composing in that sense of it, but that synergy feeling, you get less and less of that because there's less and less bands that people are just kind of like doing their own thing, and because it's expensive, like and time consuming, and your drummer goes to Uncle Cracker, it's like
right. God, that happened to me too. That is a story I hear all the time. No, I have a friend who's going through the same thing, and he's a like a heavy metal singer, right? And so he sees me I do everything myself now, right? But for him, he's trying to get a band together, and it's a nightmare. And then you have to deal with a whole bunch of personalities, and you have to like try and find people.
It's
and
like a marriage, man.
It's a lot different in your
like
40s than it was when you're like in college or whatever. So it's hard to do.
100%. It is. Now we can just reach out to friends across the internet and be like, "Can you play saxophone and can you play bongos?"
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can. I mean, that's
you
a
can
great
do it.
thing.
And so you kind of like, but it's not going to be quite the same. But I take what I can get for the time being. But what was I? Were we talking about guitar tone? And I just want to say that Droid Bishop has like
amazing guitar sound.
Amazing guitar player and great
for
writer
sure.
and everything.
Yes.
And he's one of my friends here in the internet space. But we talked about a few things, and he keeps it simple too when recording. Like just I'm a DI. I record my guitars just like DI in and just use some plugins, but so many crappy plugins. I'm not gonna give away my secret sauce quite yet, but it's my plugin that I use is not expensive at all.
I was gonna say I like there's this soft tube, it's the Silver Marshall Jubilee or whatever. I like that one. That's the one plugin I like so far. I found.
I mean, so like a lot of these plugins, though, where like every single plugin that they advertise is the absolute best plugin for your guitar, and they all originally cost.
This goes back to like the problem with the internet, though. Like 5 ways to make your mix sound studio ready, and it's like okay,
but they all cost $10,000, but are on sale for $15. Just today.
Normally it's 10,000, but hey, you can get it for $14.
I don't know why plugins do this, but it is. Every one of them is on sale.
Your brain is tricking you. They're trying to trick you into thinking that. Well, yeah, that's the big thing. Like they'll be like, major sale, summer sale.
I forget what the plugin was. I just saw it recently, but it's kind of like it's a real plugin, but it's very jokey. It's got a lot of like silly imagery on it and everything like that. And when they listed the price, they put it for something like $40,000, but it's on sale for $15. And I was like, I'm very proud of you for that.
Gosh, that's true. It's true. And actually, have you heard of Nembrini Audio?
No,
Italy.
I haven't.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. And it's one of those things. Normally, it's like they have the Rockman on there from the 80s, which is pretty sweet, and it sounds great. I actually use that on the new album. It's like a Rockman emulator, like they got Tom Schultz, I think.
Okay.
Boston.
I'll have to look that up then.
They used it on like Def Leppard Hysteria. It's like a little box from the 80s. It sounds super clean. Maybe somebody listening knows what the Rockman is, but they have an emulator. It's a very 80s guitar sounding thing.
Oh, that's excellent.
It's one of those things like $250, and but now it's $29.95.
Right.
For like a 2 days. What?
My nephew like swears by the Joey Sturgis. I think it is the Joey Sturgis plugins or whatever.
Oh, gee, I don't even know. There's so many.
I'm butchering the name right now. He's probably going to listen to this one day and be like, just like slap his forehead.
The Joey Lawrence guitar pedal.
Right.
I can't remember, but it's these plugins that he was suggesting because I was asking him about like guitar tone and stuff.
Joey Lawrence guitar pedal. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. I'll find it.
You keep talking. Hold on a second. No, I'm just kidding. Wow. Hey, Ross, is this show going fast for you or is this painfully slow?
No, I'm having a good time. What time? 12? We're delayed, so it's not exact, but I'm having a good time.
I'm
not slow.
I'm just saying, for me, I always say it feels really fast, but we are flying by time here. It's almost 11:30 here by me.
Well, you know what they say.
Good, right? Time flies when you're having fun.
There
it is. It's so funny. I mean, it's like something I just couldn't say it for some reason. So let's move on to this next block, though, of songs that you brought.
Yes, let's move on.
Because it's gonna be the end of the show before we know it, and we're gonna be like, uh-oh. So, do you want to say anything about these before we get into it? Do you want to talk about it after?
Okay, so the first one is it Tesla Boy?
Yeah, let's do Tesla Boy.
Yeah, so that's one of the first songs I ever heard that was like synthwave, you could say. And I was listening to Oingo Boingo, and I was googling the new '80s music, and it came up, and that opened up the can of worms that led to Mitch Murder. So it's a great track, Tesla Boy. It's an OG song. It's like 2012 or 2013. So
I didn't get a chance to listen to it because I got it late, this morning. So I will be experiencing this for the first time.
So there's that one, and then
you and me both.
Sweet. And then there's it's a new artist. He's like a post jazz. I don't know what they call it. He's like 22 out of Switzerland. He's an accordion jazz player. It's amazing, but it's all like internet based jazz with like different sounds. It's so good. So that's the second one. So that's get ready for a trip on that.
I love that.
And then third one is one of my tracks, it's like a library track from Inside Architecture. It's Discs on the Desk.
All right, let's get into it, and then we'll come back right after, and we can talk about anything else that comes up. All right, here we go. And we're back. And I'm glad I wasn't the only one hearing that Return to Forever vibe in this, as Alice Neon did. That was...
I'm listening to the song, Dave.
It was... well, too bad, because it was... it immediately, like, reminded me of that, and I was going to say something to you when you came back, but I'm not surprised that you're a fan of Al DeMille also. Excellent guitar player.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You should drive around the 92 Honda Accord. It wasn't 92 then, but it's what we drove. And my buddy and I would just get some red stripe and sit in his parents' driveway.
I already love this. Go on.
And we just like listen to like those type of albums. You know, we just shared things. He was a bass player too, like a good buddy of mine, but a different bass player. But yeah, it was about the music, man. And then we would drive across the border to Canada when we were 19, because we could do that, and then go to the jazz club over there called Aardvarks. I don't know if it's there anymore, but so there's definitely that chapter that I love with everything else in my music. So I just wanted to share some of it, something a little different, you know.
That was good.
A little different.
And I could hear a song like that, and I can understand very easily why that's appealing to you. You know, from your music and everything, it does share some similarities to my ear, where it's not, you know, kind of a rinse and repeat verse refrain type deal. It changes up. It adds new parts in. Things get spiced up from adding in a guitar here, or there's a bass solo, and it had that same vibe I was describing before with that track. With your stuff, where it just keeps getting better as you go on. You know, it keeps adding in something new, and you think it's over, and it's like, oh, you know, keyboard solo, and you're like, okay,
progression is excellent. Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm a big fan of progressive music, so.
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah. Well, and that's also insanely hard to do that. Like, I can't do that. But that's why I gravitate towards stuff that's just out of my realm reach. I just like,
makes sense.
Enjoy that.
I'm a big believer in that myself. I always tell everybody, you know, try to do something outside of your comfort zone, because that's usually where you'll find, that you may be able to do something you didn't think of, or you'll come up with something pretty creative just based off of, you know, like just fiddling around with stuff. You know, it's like just don't ever limit yourself. You should always try to do something
right more. Or you'll learn your limitations. I cannot do this, you know, but whatever. Yes. It's all part of this journey. I mean, it's like you'll either figure it out or you won't, but at least you'll learn from the experience. And I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah, at least you tried. You should at least try, for sure. I agree.
Yeah, definitely keep progressing. Don't just make like the same kind of stuff, rinse and repeat over and over and over again. I think that's how people get really stagnant, and I think that ultimately results in them losing interest in what they do musically. I mean, unless you're touring and making $1 million to show or whatever, but even those guys hate.
You're highly motivated at that point.
No, you know, like a lot of these old '80s bands, you hear they absolutely hate their hits, you know, because they've played them 10 billion times, and nobody cares about their new stuff.
Yeah, but you know what? It gives them a chance to play. If they want to make newer stuff, they can throw that one or two songs in there. People can go to the bathroom, but maybe want to stick around and hear their new stuff.
Yeah,
you know, but most people.
No, for sure.
It gives an opportunity to do that.
I personally get bummed out when I go to see a band and they don't play something new. Like, it kind of bums me out. You know, like I don't know why. It just always has been that way. Like, I mean, it's fine if they play the hits, but like, play something new. Come on, you know.
Yeah, but I think if you're a band that's like big enough, you know, 90% of your audience is coming for that, you know, one hit you had 30 years ago or something like that. So, you better play that at some point. So let's look at our time here. It's 11:40 here. We got 20 minutes left in the show. So let's quickly. This might be the last time we talk if I can calculate this right. But so what's next for Phaserland?
Oh boy! So like I said, I'm working on the studio down here just to kind of get back to a nice home space, because I've been in these little temporary spots here and there. I mean, I still write through it. I still have a good time no matter where I'm going to be. If it's, you know, in the bathroom closet or down here, it's all about, you know, having fun and you know, spending time with the fam. And I'm still writing like when I can now. So you heard that the accordion jazz wave stuff, like that's really interesting to me. So, you know, I feel like I'd have to keep kind of progressing as an artist. I'm really torn. This happens to probably other people too. It's like, I also love that classic synthwave, like Nomad City, Resembles the Machine stuff. It's like, do I just go back and write some cool ass stuff like that, or it's just like, I would say hardcore synthwave, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that more classic
boom,
sound.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
yeah, that's really fun too. It's like, or do I want to keep exploring as an artist? Like, I like to blend stuff too, but it's like, I want to make sure I'm not drifting too far away with the name of some of the stuff I do. So I don't know if you know this.
I mean,
I actually
that's
have a
good thing about like little
today.
EPs.
Did you know that?
Like, you know, like small little EPs. You know.
No,
yeah, maybe that's what it is.
What were you saying though about the vaporwave? Sorry, Dom. Sorry.
Yeah,
talking.
so I started a vaporwave, but I only had like 3 songs on SoundCloud, but I don't know if people know this. It's like, so my vaporwave name is Career Attire.
Career Attire.
And,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great name. I gotta hit you up to come up with names, okay? Because you seem to have a knack for it. Get in the shower, fall, and
You
come up with a
only
name.
knew somebody else that made vaporwave.
Right.
And well, there's a local guy here too, King Quartz. I don't know if you know King Quartz, but he does vaporwave.
No, I don't.
Trap type stuff. But he plays nationally around in different things here and there. But he's in town. He's a cool guy, George. But anyway, so I feel like sometimes I have to come up with, should I do another project for this? Because it could be fun. Like I really like kind of like dungeon synth metal stuff.
Yeah, sure.
And
Absolutely.
because I love playing Oblivion and Skyrim and stuff. It's like and like hair metal, like bands like Red. Like, so I combine that, and I did. I literally just started a project. Nobody knows about it, but it's like just me. And it's called Cathedral Azure. So like, all right, I just kind of navigate these fun little things.
Keep going. I'm very. You're making my whole day here.
So
I find that's
everything
funny.
is.
I love making new personas and trying new things. Like that's how the Windows thing came about. Was like just to try something new.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe some of that in the future, but I still like exploring the fusion-y realms because I think, I like to offer something different when people shuffle their Spotify and like they love synthwave and stuff. It just maybe I'm on the edge of synthwave town sometimes, but I'm trying to make it appealing, and then they can explore that and come back to listen to all their other
And I think
stuff.
you have you're in a good position because you have the history and the clout and stuff to do something like that. And get it maybe in more ears than some other people. And I suspect it's probably going to be really awesome, right? So you might turn people on to a newer sound as well. And who knows, it might be wildly popular, and it might be a direction you play with a little bit more in the future. You never know.
You never know. Or it could be one of the reviews from Spinal Tap. It's
Right.
just shit sandwich.
Right.
That's my one score.
Or
But
that.
these go to 11.
Or that could be it too.
Yeah, exactly.
But
But yeah, I think just
that's exciting.
I'm just gonna have a good time. Put it that way. I'm just gonna kind of do what I want to do, and I'm thankful for all the listeners and people that you guys support me, and that I'm allowed to just kind of like I don't have to worry about it really. I mean, I always worry about a release and putting it out there, but at this point, it's like I just really want to have fun with it and just keep making what I want to make, and put the pressure on myself in a sense. Where,
For sure. I'm here for it. You keep experimenting and stuff
Good
like
thing
that.
to do though. You really want to. You really want to keep like pushing yourself. I'm a big proponent of that. Like I totally agree. You should definitely keep pushing and trying to see where you can go with it, where your evolution of style and other things go. Like the process is just never ending if you keep it up.
Yeah. No,
Wise
you're
words,
absolutely right.
my friends.
Yeah, absolutely. So as far
Yeah,
as
once in a while I say something smart.
right. I've noted it in our show journal. Don't worry. You're
Right, thanks. Appreciate that.
You're 2 out of 52 here, and you got to keep going
Sweet.
with that. See how I worked the show number in though. That was next level thinking there. 4D chess.
Yeah,
is what
specifically
I call
when you got to explain all the jokes, Dave.
that. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've heard the show before, but this is part of what happens. We did significantly less talking about how we like our own show this time around, though.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
One thing, Ross, we always get into is we somehow divulge into talking about the show on the show, and I'm doing it right now.
it's real
This is an
meta.
example of what I'm
Super
talking
meta,
about.
Yeah, we get real meta with it.
That's what. It's really introspective stuff happening.
right.
Yes.
I'm here for it.
Right,
100%.
collegiate,
Yeah,
I
right.
think is what you're saying. But
It's very for us. It's like a therapy session every week.
Right.
We just do it live.
highbrow is, I think, how some people have described this. So,
Right, very highbrow. Right.
All right, so
it's the recipe for something.
right, yes, and that's
I like it.
Listen, hey,
But-
listen. If this is the last little bit, I'm going to say my little bit here, which is the same thing I always say: be nice to each other, be kind. It doesn't take much effort, and just try to be kind to everyone around you. All right.
Yes, very important, and I will add on to that, like I always do, that it is easy. It's the easiest thing to do in the world is to not be a jerk to somebody, to give somebody some grace and treat them nicely, and it's free and it feels amazing, and so that's my.
It takes less effort.
It
You
takes
put more
significantly
muscles
less
and
effort.
energy into being angry and mean.
Yeah, I agree with that, and
I
so.
agree.
Ross, I want to thank you for coming on the show, and it's been a real honor and a real pleasure for me to talk to you for these last 2 hours.
An absolute pleasure, 100%. Just hanging with you guys, having a good time. I can't think of a better way to spend.
Yeah, you're always
Saturday.
welcome, man. Anytime
Yeah,
you want to come back,
absolutely.
dude, just hit us up. You know, got something new going on. Just,
Yeah.
you know, hit us up. And we'll make.
And let's hang out too. You're like 20 minutes away, so maybe we'll. Have
I know, right? I
continue
keep
this
saying this. We need to
conversation.
go do something.
And we'll upload a picture.
Right.
Yeah,
You
and then-
upload a picture.
Do you know what? I'll wait. You know what? I'm not gonna.
No, you got to do it. You got to do it when it's like negative 10 degrees here in Chicago, but it's somehow 60 up there, and have a webcam.
Yeah, we're gonna send you a
And I'll
video
be
of us
sitting
playing disc golf in the snow.
Right.
We're gonna have like.
I'll be sitting here all sad, looking at the webcam, while you guys are like laughing and like being like,
Send
"No,
Dave a
you're
postcard of us.
amazing," back and forth at
Yeah.
each other. I'm like,
Yeah. Send a picture of us laughing to Dave as like a postcard saying "Wish you were here."
right. And
we'll
I'm
make
just
it
here in
happen.
Chicago. So, all right. So, thank you again, Ross, and thank you to everybody who came to the show and who was in the
Yes,
chat and
thank you
comes
for
every
listening.
week.
Yes.
What I'm going to do on our end here is when we move on to the last block, I'll hang up the call so you guys can talk if you want to keep talking and it won't come through, so you won't have to mute your mic. So I wanted to thank everybody again, and we will be back.
Hey, one last image for everybody, real quick, is Ross and I high-fiving in like a video, and then you asking how did you guys get that recorded? Who was the third person?
Right. And
They just
then
never tell you.
And then I find out that you paid to fly another person out from Chicago. And you're like, I don't
Right,
know. We
yeah.
just met him online. He seemed pretty cool. So I just flew him out.
Somebody else from Chicago that lived near you.
Right. Lives in my same town. Yeah, he's just a rando we met. So,
Yeah. You seem like a nice guy.
right. All right, guys.
Anyways, all right.
We'll see everyone next week. Hope everyone has a great rest of your weekend. And yeah, later, everyone.
Later.
Take care. See ya.
Wake up.